that beast come out. First of all, how are you feeling? How happy are you with that performance?
I'm very happy. I think I worked so hard to get a win tonight that people have no idea how much I pushed myself to the limit, and I think they saw La Fiera tonight, and that's important for me.
Are you? Is this sort of a moment of relief? Obviously, you had two defeats back to back entering, and a third could also sometimes mean the end of a UFC career. We're well aware of that. So how are you feeling now that you're back in the win column and things are looking good?
I was very aware of that. No one in the UFC wants to get three losses in a row. We know it's not a good time, if you're three losses. So I pushed myself very hard to get with the win tonight. But at the end of the day, at the end of the camp, I just leave everything to God because I knew I just did everything I could. So I put it in the hands of God and let Him do the work.
And what's next for you? It was a solid win. Is there any date or any card that you'd like to return out, or even opponent that you would like next?
There's no specific time or opponent, but I want to get into the top ranking. So I want a top 10 opponent for my next fight. I think I proved many times that I'm tough enough and that I can bring the fire to the division, I can bring that fire to the belt. So it's just a matter of time, and I'm ready to take whatever opportunity they give me.
Thank you.
Piera right here. Congrats on the win. She was undefeated going into the night, and did you feel like this was maybe a setup fight to showcase her, and do you take any extra pleasure being the first person to beat her?
I don't feel any kind of pleasure by taking anybody's record down, and less with this fight because she's my friend. So for the people who doesn't know, I worked with Josefine like 2 years ago, and I went to her gym because I didn't have a visa to come to the U.S. So I'm very, very grateful to Josefine and their team because they let me sleep in the gym. They give me a room there, So it was actually hard for me to take the undefeated record from her. But I know how is this, business, and it was her or me, and I was 2 losses down, so I couldn't go home with a lose again,
And earlier today, you posted a video online thanking your fans, talking about representing Venezuela. So what does representing your country mean to you, this opportunity?
It's very special for me to represent Venezuela because I feel like we've been going through a lot, and I feel we need some help from the other countries. We need some help from the world, at least from other countries, to see what is happening in my country is important for me. So every time I can put my flag on and I can lift it up, is a very special moment for me.
Fantastic. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Bear over here. When the fight started, you came out like a cannonball, like just right after, right in her face. How important was it for you to set the tone the way that you did?
That was exactly what my corner told to me because we knew she likes to play around, have a safe kind of way of win, but she got to feel my power in the first seconds to respect me a little bit, and we knew it was important for the game plan, so I did exactly what my coach told me to do.
You were covered in blood at the end of round 2, and it just seemed to fire you up, but it also fired the crowd up. What was that like, getting that extra energy from the crowd heading into the 3rd round?
So at certain point of the fight, I see all the blood coming down, and I was like, oh shit, this is a big cut. But I cannot know how big it is, I cannot see myself. But then I tell to myself, you've been through worse. So just keep going. This is not going to stop you. So that's what I did, and I think that's what people come, to see. They come to see us like really going through the struggle and keep fighting and don't put our hands down for no matter what.
You talked about coming into the fight on a 2-fight losing streak and how important it was for you to get a win, but you're also were coming in off of the disqualification loss with the accidental headbutts, which is obviously not ideal, but there's always a lesson to take away from every fight, even losses like that. What did you take away most from that night?
From that one?
From the DQ loss.
So I learned to don't rush myself, because sometimes I don't understand what is the people seeing from outside. So I think I'm doing something right, but sometimes it doesn't look so right from outside. You know, I didn't even realize what was happening and why the referee was telling me. I didn't understand in that moment. So I learned to be a little bit smarter, be a little bit more calm. Just don't get desperate when I see the opportunity to create damage, because I felt like the fight was over with the front kick, you know, so I rushed it a little bit, and that was my mistake. And this time my coaches right here, they keep me a little bit more calm for this fight. And like I say, when I'm outside the octagon, I'm Piera, but when I'm inside the octagon, I'm just La Fiera, you know, and I have to control myself. So it's another character in myself, you know, so I have to learn how to control it.
And then last thing, we just found out a little while ago that the title is going to be defended in your division coming up in February. Jamey-Lyn against Tatiana Suarez. Thoughts on the matchup, and who do you think wins?
Tatiana Suarez is my training partner right now in Extreme Couture, and I'm just super happy that she got the opportunity, because I know she can get the belt very soon.
Piera, aquí, ¿cómo estás? Felicidades, primero
Hola.
que todo. ¿Cómo te sientes después de salir de una racha negativa? ¿Cómo te sientes? Te han hecho algunas preguntas en inglés, pero quería que lo dijeras en español. Por favor, ¿cómo te sientes?
Me siento muy feliz, me siento muy afortunada, súper afortunada de estar aquí hoy. Esta vez me tomé la pelea muy diferente, de una manera muy diferente. Solté toda esa carga que tenía encima, como que de lo que tengo que hacer, de lo que quiero hacer, y dije, me lo voy a disfrutar. Y yo creo que se notó un poquito, ¿no?, en el público. Entonces, pues nada, me lo disfruté al 100%. Y aquí estamos con la victoria hoy, gracias a Dios.
Hubo un momento como el tercer asalto que ella estaba abajo, tú estabas arriba y parecía que tenía como una guillotina. ¿Te sentiste en peligro en algún
No.
momento o no? Porque te saliste, pero ¿te sentiste en peligro?
No, porque estaba en half guard. Eso es una posición, o sea, yo no estaba dentro de su guardia, entonces ella no tenía control.
No tenía
solo
fuerza.
tenía el cuello agarrado como para que yo no me levantara y pudiera abrir espacio para golpearla, pero realmente mi cuello no estaba en peligro allí, solo que mi esquina me pidió un poco de paciencia para no apresurar mucho la salida y tener un poco de calma, pero no estaba en peligro en ese momento.
Lo dijiste en inglés, pero yo creo que es mucho mejor que lo digas ahora en español, ¿no? Para que llegue a tu gente. Tú hablaste de Venezuela, lo que significa, lo que representa, que la gente sepa lo que está pasando en Venezuela. Tú sales con tu bandera. ¿Puedes decírnoslo, por favor?
Pues mira, para mí es muy importante representar a Venezuela, para mí es muy importante todo lo que sucede en mi país. Yo llevo a Venezuela en el alma 24/7, cada vez que entreno estoy con Venezuela en el corazón, peleo por Venezuela, y pues estamos pasando por un momento muy difícil, y pues yo creo que es muy importante que el resto del mundo ponga los ojos en mi país, y yo siento que esta es la mejor manera en la que puedo hacerlo, levantando mi bandera y pues gritándole al mundo: yo soy de Venezuela, estoy haciendo las cosas bien, estoy trabajando, y muchos venezolanos queremos salir adelante y salir de donde estamos ahorita.
Nosotros los cubanos te entendemos. Gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Mira, una pregunta más aquí en español. Hablabas de la fiera, ¿no? Vimos la fiera sin duda salir en esa jaula. ¿Cómo fue ese proceso? Porque en algún punto sí vimos que la personalidad ya empezó y le estabas diciendo, ven, vamos,
Sí.
y animando también al público. ¿En qué aspecto o a qué punto cambió y hizo ese switch?
Pues mira, como yo digo, tengo dos personas dentro de mí, tengo a Piera y tengo a la fiera, y tengo que aprender cada día, aprendo más sobre mí misma, cada día aprendo más cómo controlarlas, cómo despertar a una y apagar a la otra, y pues yo sé que el público viene para el show, ¿sabes? Para que nos demos guerra, entonces es importante para mí también mostrar que yo soy una guerrera y que yo no me voy a parar por nada del mundo, entonces me gusta representar a Venezuela y mostrar esa parte de fuego que tenemos.
¿Qué te gustaría siguiente para tu carrera? ¿Un oponente o alguna fecha específica?
Quiero entrar al top 10, quiero entrar al top 10. Siento que tengo todos los recursos del mundo, siento que estoy lista, siento que tengo la cabeza donde tiene que estar, así que solo quiero una oportunidad para entrar a la división en el top 10.
Muchas gracias y felicidades.
Gracias a ustedes.